culture, for the culture, for the culture, culture, the culture, culture, for the culture.
Guess who's back? Guess who back? It's your boy Tamel Cuts, proud owner of Uppercuts Barbershop.
Hey, happy Tuesday, y'all. This is Lonnie Horn, proud owner of World Class Faders and World Class Stylists, Barbershop and Salon.
You're watching another episode of For the Culture Podcast, going down every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And like that guy Rick would say, the clubhouse is officially open. Jack.
That's one of my favorite. I love that he created that, man.
Yes, sir.
Happy Tuesday to you, T. Welcome back. Happy Tuesday.
My brother. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday to the first person in the clubhouse. I don't know how she did it, but she was in there before the live even started. That is my mama. Hello,
hey, mama mia.
Hey, I don't know.
Look who's in second.
Yes. Sharice.
Look who's in second.
I don't know what he got with you. He got something with my lady getting in there first to say he's proud when you're not the first.
I'm a little jelly, man. My lady ain't doing nothing. She probably in there watching Love Island or something, bro. I'm just a little jealous that your wife is in here with you.
Oh man. And then the For the Culture lady herself. Yes. Who lit it up last week? Baby's in the building.
Bass.
You working? Are you working? Or are you at home chilling with and watching us in comfort? Either way, we appreciate it. Shout out to the TBD versus family, TDB versus family. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Out in Vegas is, telling us they watch us every week and put us on the TV screen. So the whole family, man, we appreciate that. Shout out to I Am Barberism down in Compton, always keeping us on. Shout out to Anti-Broke Barbers, Ray Brotherhood. We appreciate being on y'all screen because we can't count how many people you're showing it to at that time. But to hear it from you, that means a lot. So thank y'all. Thank you. Yes, T. Melly Mel.
What up, my guy?
What you got on here, man? I want to talk about this
because
I was just with some of these guys. I was just with some of these people, man. Okay. Tell them what you wearing this week.
Well, man, on the brim, man, I got the Salute the Barber cap on, and I seen they got so many more new dope ones, and I saw the video today. I'm mad I saw it today because if I saw it when you were still there, that's the one. I told you I wanted that one. I told you didn't get that. I'm gonna call Craig. Craig gonna have me one in the mailbox. I tell you, I don't play that.
Craig missed you so much he might actually have one. He can't stop talking about you in Mississippi.
You know how I be feeling when you get something I don't get it. You know how I be feeling.
I'm so glad you're so open about it.
Oh yeah, no shame. And then on the chest, I wasn't there, but I feel like I was. I heard I was truly missed, and I'm telling you guys, that's in this word, Mississippi. I missed all of you as well. Shout out to that guy, Rick the Barber, who put on that event. I heard that there's going to be a round 2 coming on next year, so I'm looking forward to definitely being a part of that.
Yeah, man. On the crown, I have been enjoying my bald head, so I am rocking the bald head today, but since I got this salute in my hand, and this is a special edition, and T ain't got it.
I'm texting Craig right now.
I'm going to just say shout out to Salute the Barber. They really showed out in Mississippi last weekend. And T, I'm going to tell you, if you loving this hat, you got to see the one with the golf tee that slides in right here. Yeah, boy, that's the one. You don't want, this was dope. But for you play golf, the golf tee slides in and it's Salute the Barber. It's super dope. But anyway, they did that thing down there. Shout out to them. Me and T both got different versions of this shirt that I got on right now, and neither one of us could go anywhere without somebody saying something. I've never worn this shirt without somebody saying something about it. So shout out to Dope Barber Brand. I believe they're out the Bay Area. So shout out to them, man. Amazing apparel. If y'all wonder why we do this, man, this is our Apparel of the Week segment. We get blessed with gear all over, and we just don't take it for granted, man. We're very grateful people. We walk in gratitude. So this is our way of saying thank you by displaying it on our platform every week. If you want us to sport some of your gear and you want us to model it, we both wear largest You can send 2 larges.
Yes.
Baby's been on you.
Hey,
She been on you. She asked me last time. She said, "Is he really still sticking at a large right now, or is it an XL?"
Hey, you know what? I'll stretch it out a little bit before I put it on. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh man, but anyhow, the address below, you guys. If you do have anything you want us to support, we are more than honored and grateful to. We know you put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into your brand building, which we will be talking about today. So send them over, and we'll make sure to support them. In the meantime, I want my partner to show you who we be rocking and rolling with.
Got you, my brother.
The best barbers and shop owners know that aside from customer service, presentation is everything. I mean, look around. If you want to grow long term, you have to show up professional and legit. That's exactly why I started Focal Fuse, to help brands look like industry leaders without the extra BS. Focal Fuse has helped some of the biggest names in the barbery and beauty industry bring their brands and expos to life to feel 100% like them. And availability is limited, but if you know we have to work together, just send a message, we'll have a quick conversation, and I'll take care of the rest. Peace.
For those who don't know me, my name is Jason Bell. For those who don't know me, my name is Jason Bell. I'm founder of Barbers Illustrated Media. I'm also founder and editor-in-chief of Barbers Illustrated Magazine. At Barbers Illustrated, we're building the biggest barber media company on the planet. Our mission goes way beyond the chair. We are entirely focused on teaching barbers how to elevate, establish structure, take true ownership, and create real, lasting wealth. You can get the blueprint delivered straight to you. Digital access at just $3.99 a month, or you can grab a physical print magazine for $9.99 a month. Just head over to barbersillustratedmagazine.com and join the movement. Plus, we're always looking for barbers who fit the brand to feature in our upcoming issues. If you feel like that's you, head over to our Instagram, hit the link in our bio, and fill out the Get Featured form. So don't miss out on the movement. Follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and let's keep shaping the culture forward. Enjoy the show.
Yo, bills are paid.
Yeah, buddy. Shout out to all
Yes.
our partners and our sponsors. We couldn't do half of what we do without them, and we're super grateful. Man, T, talk about it, man, because I got something I want to share too. What did you do last weekend, man?
Well, as upset I was that I did not make it out to Mississippi, I was drugged, kicking and screaming all the way to the Western Caribbean to do a to do a 7-day cruise. And boy, I could only tell you that it was the best vacation I've had in years. Me and my wife, when we travel, we're normally going to see family, and we're working because it's somebody's birthday or somebody's anniversary, whatever the case may be. Our vacations is work related when we go visit family, but this was the first time that we were able to unplug and just spend all this time with family on this amazing cruise. Just to share a little bit of my cruise, I made a little bit of a video just to give you guys a little bit of a taste. Let's see.
Jeremy, come on.
You got your butt in my face.
Oh, closer to me. Okay.
That's dope.
That was just a little bit.
That's
I
dope.
did so much stuff.
I'm
Yes,
still
you
looking
did.
at it. I could, it's like delayed
Yeah,
on
yeah.
IG, so I'm still looking at it over there while I look at it over here. Dude, you did one of my biggest goals, man. You got to play with the monkeys.
Oh yeah.
You got to play. Were those gibbons?
I cannot remember the name of those monkeys, but you see them a lot. The guys that the little the out there, especially everybody got a monkey on their shoulder trying to make some money. So, but,
Were you able to like touch him, or was it kind of more like let him do his thing? I'm not comfortable with what he's doing.
I wasn't comfortable with trying to touch him. He was doing his thing, and I didn't know if I hit a spot that he
Right,
so
he's like,
I let him do his thing.
because you
That
know them
fool
claws is like.
he was just bouncing all around us, bro. Like it's put his butt all in my face. He was doing all kind of stuff, but he was so cool. It was cool.
Dude, that looks so cool, man. And then you zip lined.
Zip lines, 16 zip lines they drove us up in this crazy truck, like you're kind of like off the edge of a cliff all the way up, and we get up there and they say, yeah, so to get down we got to hit 16 zip lines all the way down.
Wow.
And cross
Wow.
3 raggedy bridges, like these little suspension bridges. It was cool.
Like on Tomb Raider or something like that.
Exactly like that. Yeah.
Hey, that's fire, man. I'm happy for y'all. How many days was the cruise?
7.
What line? What cruise line?
We went Princess, the Regal Princess.
Okay, it's more grown, right? It's like less kids and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like that because I'm getting to the point where I don't want nobody kids around when I'm trying to kick it.
Yeah.
I love kids, but I don't love kicking it with kids when I'm trying to kick it without kids. That's where I'm at. So, hey, when your kids grow up, you be like, damn, what's wrong with me, man? I'd be like, man, come get this little. Hey, don't worry, y'all. If you leave your kids around me, they cool. I ain't gonna be mean to them and that. But it's just when I like to kick it with no kids, I like it. Man, that sounds fire. Last weekend, man, I did 2 things. One, I got to do an anniversary trip with me and my lady down at Benicia. I'm in love with Benicia.
I seen all your videos.
I can't stop. I got more. Hey, I keep saying this is my last Benicia video. And then I said, when we go down here for this, I'm not going to do no vlogging or nothing. I'm just going to enjoy. And then we tried out new spots down there. And I was like, I'm sorry, man. I got to put this camera out real quick. I was like, oh, my goodness. Benicia is beautiful. I even told her I'm scared to keep announcing it. I was like, because it feels like a good secret. Like, it's very chill down there, but you're on a waterfront town. It's just beautiful down there, man. Anyway, Benicia was beautiful. We had a good time. Spent the whole day, no rushing, no appointments or nothing. That was super nice. Tried different foods and everything. And then Sunday, with my player partner on the screen here, we got to present our new presentation, which is kind of similar to one we did in the past, but it's just short, sweet, and just impactful. Our 3 habits of a successful barber presentation. Shout out to the Gallery Barber Studio for hiring us, inviting us out to speak. Man, they had a good crowd out there. We was able to make a lot of impact and share game with barbers from just things we learned from doing it the hard way or the wrong way. So really good crowd, man. And then what's our guy named? Enoch.
Oh my God.
This boy did a mod cut with the
God.
shears. Oh, it was so fire, man. So fire. They also had US Bank out there speaking about finances. And barbers came from Chico. They came from Concord. I think we had San Jose in there. And then just all areas around Sacramento and surrounding cities. So I was really proud of how they did that, man. And there were some young barbers. So that was fire. So good experience, man. Now coming up, boy, we are going to be at the NorCal Barber Beauty Expo. And I'm telling y'all, we keep thinking we know who's going to be there. Then we look at the lineup again and we see some more people and some more. This thing about to be so fire, man. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, and we got a surprise. We're bringing something out that we ain't brought out, boy. They don't even know. They don't even know.
Lonnie.
They go see it on. If you didn't come, you're going to see clips of it. But all I got to say is be in the building, man. August 25th.
Yeah. Yes. No.
It's closer than that.
No, it's the. Here we go.
Yeah, I think we're next Saturday, right?
Yeah, it's the 18th.
18th. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now. Shame on us.
Sad.
It's the 16th.
16th.
August 16th.
This month is impacted. I got so much going on this month, bro. I'm
Yeah, it's a
telling
good excuse. It's a good excuse.
Thank you.
So yeah, man, we're gonna be out there. Babies is always on it. She said 16, dummy. All right, so we're gonna be out there. And one more blessed thing before we jump off of this is we'll leave that event and we're hosting. We're doing some other cool stuff. And then the next day we go on a 2-day school tour with Ivan Zoot, the legendary Ivan Zoot. If y'all don't know, it is an honor to be working with him. This man is a legend in the industry. He's a mentor. He's a teacher. He holds, I think, the first Guinness Book of World Record for fastest haircut. He's the face of Barbicide. He's just a good dude. So for us to have seen him, on TV, to Mel seen him for years doing stuff, and to literally be partnering up and going around schools in the Bay Area and Sacramento with him, it's a big deal for us.
Big deal.
That's it, man.
All right.
I'm ready to bring our guests in. I'm excited.
Let's get her done.
Give me some of that bring them in music. All right, y'all. Tonight's guest has taken the path that many barbers only dream about, but very few actually execute. Seriously. He didn't stop at becoming a skilled barber. He helped build a brand that's now recognized throughout the industry. Matter of fact, I found out about the brand before I found out about him, which is a true brand. As the co-founder and CEO, he's experienced what it takes to go from an idea to creating products, building trust, and growing a business that serves barbers all around the world. The world, Craig. Tonight, we're talking about the journey behind the brand. We're talking about the wins, the setbacks, the lessons learned, and what it really takes to build something bigger than yourself, man. With no further ado, please welcome our new guy, our new barber brother, Richard Thomas Lugo, aka CEO of Maintain Grooming. What up,
fellas?
Rich?
How we doing today?
Happening.
Good, man. You look good. You look fresh. You look ready to have some fun with us tonight, man.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, guys. I just want to congratulate you in advance, for everything that you guys do, literally for the culture and all over the country. And I'm sure your podcast and your influence goes all over the world. You guys are well known, highly respected. You guys are like those athletes, actors, or entertainers that everybody just likes. I think everyone roots for
fire.
you, behind your back, in front of your face, everywhere you guys go. When you guys are on stages, earlier this year, I got to see you guys on stage hosting the Golden State Barber Expo, the award show, and you guys just nailed it. And I was highly impressed. And so I'm so thankful and honored to be joining you guys tonight.
Oh, bless you,
Boy.
Richard. Man, we gotta clip that.
Yeah, that was the best.
Intro.
That was the best intro reaction we ever gotten, man. And I will never, I won't forget that. And seriously, man, thank you. That really means a lot.
appreciate it.
And
Yes,
I remember that night. You took the time to come over and share your thoughts of our impression, our impact. And I held that dearly, man. So for you to say it right now, I know you're not just saying it because we're recording something. So just thank you for that, and it's well received. Now switching back to you.
Yes.
We like to start off with the question of why barbering?
Yeah. Well, I grew up in Southern California, and I grew up watching my dad every day do his hair. And I grew up with a passion for hair. And I, like a lot of barbers, the path of a barber, most barbers that you talk to, I'm sure you guys talk to more than I do, but most barbers that I've talked to, they didn't grow up and think I want to be a barber one day. Maybe now, some of the younger kids, maybe they did out of high school because they got wind of like, hey, you can make a lot of money in this. But, I'm a millennial. And so growing up, I didn't know necessarily I was going to work with hair products. And my family, they wanted me to go to college and they wanted me to get an office job and do that whole thing. But I grew up cutting hair. I grew up cutting my own hair and I grew up cutting my friend's hair. I wasn't very good at it, but I grew up, cutting hair and making a lot of mistakes and learning. And I just always had a passion for hair products. So out of college, I got an internship at a beauty barber distribution company, and I fell in love with the process. I fell in love with the culture. Literally, I fell in love with the artistry behind barbering. And I was actually very lucky that my cousin, she used to work for a beauty company. So I got to see both sides of the coin, so to speak. You know, I got to see the barber industry and how brands grow. I also got to see the beauty industry with how big corporations are able to not only make products, but actually create a culture, create a movement, create a vibe, something so that people are inspired by it. And that triggered something in me. You know, that was like, you know what? I want to do for barbers what the beauty brands do for salons. I want to bring that level of packaging, that level of product performance, professionalism, and the artistry. And so that's actually the origin of why barbers, because I really felt that it was an underserved industry. I felt that it wasn't nurtured and cared about as much. So that was how I got my start into the barber industry.
Now, when you start thinking about creating your own product, how did that whole thought process come about? And then what was your first product that you created?
Yeah. Well, I really was fascinated with stories. I was fascinated with why some brands are packaged perfectly and they smell good and they look good, but they don't, it doesn't stick, it doesn't catch. Then other brands, and maybe, you know, like every brand is special and it takes courage for anyone to start a brand. So, you know, no shade on other brands, but there's some brands that on the surface, seemingly, they don't do everything right. They maybe it's not packaged the best way, or the name is kind of like, I don't really get it. But then you see it just blows up. So I really studied a lot, all the brands that were just in barbershops and the brands that superseded just the category of barbershops, and they did well in barbershops, salons, Amazon. They did good in retail stores. So I studied the whole thing. So what I did was look at what's a product for me? What's something that I would use on myself? Because like I've told a lot of people before, barbers who are interested in starting their own line, in the beginning, you don't have a focus group of people. You don't have a board of directors. If you're lucky, you have an investor and a business partner. That's it, really. And you have to make a lot of decisions on your own. So for me, in order to set myself up for success, I said to myself, okay, well, I'm going to at least use a product that I'm going to make a product that I like, that I need. I'm going to design this for myself. I'm going to be a focus group of one. So for me, it was our zero gravity matte texture spray, which basically, this is the product. Basically, it's a texture powder, but in an aerosol form, right? Okay, it's an aerosol form. Lots of barbers have seen, there's lots of this, right? Lots of that. But again, I wanted to find the white space. I wanted to find, well, you know, I have hair back here. What if like I might do this with the powder, but I'm not going to bend over and like do that.
Yeah.
I'm not. But I can turn around and I can spray this here. So again, I kind of found that men are aging. Men want to stay fresher longer. If you got hair, you want to hang on to it. You can't use a hair gel if you have thin hair. I have a lot of hair, but I have fine hair. So, you know, a hair gel wasn't going to work for me. So I thought, well, let me find something innovative. Let me find a way to make texture powder in a can. And boom, that's our zero gravity spray. That was our first product.
I just got to jump in real quick, Lon. I live by that stuff. I buy it by the cases. A local distributor out here is Rico at Lifestyle Beauty. I buy it all the time, bro. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. You did a great job with that. Go ahead,
Thank you so much.
I just think it's really amazing that you solved the problem. And so with a lot of successful brands, they had to start off by solving a problem. So I couldn't wait to hear where the problem was at, because you were like, well, I was the board. I was the model. I didn't have anybody, so I created for me. So I was waiting to ask you that. And then you said, man, I can't put the powder back right here. So you thought to put it in an aerosol? Like, that's fire. Can you tell where the idea, like what the first step was from going from the idea to let me create this and see how it works? Like, what was your next step after the great idea?
So the next step was sharing it with someone else. So I'm an introvert, and I feel it's very important to surround myself with outgoing people, people that are going to pull me and stretch me out to different places. My brother used to work for me, and it's a lesson in always talking to people, and it's a lesson I still learn these days. But I was golfing. I told my brother we need hairsprays. We got to get hairsprays. I told my business partner, I got the idea. We need to make hairsprays. He said, men don't use hairspray. So it's true. But I said, well, I use hairspray. I grew up using my mom's hairspray, and then you use your girlfriend's hairspray, right? Like that was me. I always use hairspray, and there was never a hairspray for men. So I thought, well, at least I can be different. I don't know if I'll be successful, but at least I could be different. So we went to a golf course. My brother, Mr. Outgoing, we're at the bar on the 19th hole. He comes back with a guy and he goes, hey, Rich, meet this guy. He used to work for a lab. I told him about our idea about our idea for hairsprays. And so we went to the lab, and they had done nothing like it at that time. They hadn't. And so we talked through it. And basically this was the example of every product that I made almost ever, where I'll take two products and I'll say, if this product had a baby, and you took the features from this and the features from this, what could we do? How could we bring it out? And what would that look like? So from there, we got running. We hit the ground running, and we did a bunch of tests. They believed in us enough that, we partnered with them. And later on, we went on to hire those chemists, but they didn't work for us at that time, but they believed in us, and they didn't even charge us a development fee, because they could kind of feel like, okay, like these guys are going to do something with this. So we got very, 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 very fortunate. But to give someone the path, excuse me, a contract manufacturer is the key. From ideation, you got to get with the contract manufacturer. You got to get with some chemist. You got to go to some beauty shows. You have to go to a Cosmoprof show. You have to find some of these associations in order to be in the room, to meet some of these people who already do what you want to do.
Now, when you started out, you went and got a chemist. There's some people out there that are white labeling that just to get their brand out there.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? And if I'm not mistaken, I believe I had saw one of your cans taped up with somebody else label on it before, or something similar to that. How was that, being somebody that's trying to build a brand and seeing people pirating off of what you're doing?
Well, it's part of the business. It's part of the business, and I understand it. I mean, we make foam mirrors and water bottles. It's kind of hard to revolutionize a water bottle and a foam mirror. But when someone kind of comes in the space and they try to do it, I think that just all that does is reinforce the need for authenticity and the need to sort of build a moat around your brand, because there's several brands that have the same shape of shampoo, or the same hair dryer, or even the same clipper body. We've seen that before, right? That's a big deal right now. Clippers having the same body, and people kind of going back and forth on that. But if you wear a black t-shirt, it's cool. If you wear a black t-shirt with a swoosh on it, you just feel faster and stronger, right? You feel that. And so I don't want to say I love it, but I think it constantly keeps a brand on its toes, that you need to differentiate yourself, because what is on, like, the logo on the bottle, logo on the jar, logo on the t-shirt, right? Ideally, you want someone to feel something. That's the emotion that you want to evoke when you're building a brand. You need to build on the branding, and the branding is every single touch point. Every person you talk to, everyone who wears your shirt, everything you do is the brand association. So it's the nature of the business. It's part of it. And a lot of the contract manufacturers, a lot of the labs that are out there, they need to make money. So you're going to give them an idea. They're going to take your idea. They're not going to give your formula, but they're going to kind of pivot. They're going to mix it up, and they're going to try to go make some money with something else. So yeah. And you know what? It's not to go too in depth, but another thing that reinforces, because everything is connected. that also reinforces the strength of the partnerships you have with your suppliers. As important, it's so important. But in the beginning, you don't think, because you don't know how successful one product is going to be over another. But having those strong supplier relationships is very important.
Now, when you were in that testing phase, Richard, did you feel like I have to get this perfect before I launch it, or was there a certain point where you say, I got it good enough, I need to launch it, find out what people think, then work on perfecting it and coming with, upgrade of it?
The chemist that I was talking to, he had a lot of experience, and I gave him that same question. Well, what if it's off, and what if this? But he has such a big mindset. He said, oh, well, it's no big deal. I mean, you get the first run, you get it out, you buy 5,000 pieces, you sell them, and we'll just tweak it the next 5,000, and then we'll tweak it the next 5. And I'm like, bro, 5,000?
5,000?
It's gonna take me like 3 years. 5,000? I was trying to get an order for 500, for 5,000.
Right.
That's
that's a big deal what you just said right there, man.
It is, but it forced me to think bigger, think, oh yeah, okay, well, I want to be a big boy, I want a big brand. And you're right, if you take 5,000, you divide it by 24 cases, okay, how many cases fit on a pallet? And you're like, I'm an entrepreneur, I could flip a couple pallets, how hard can it be? And it's that not knowing. So to answer your question directly, I didn't know exactly what perfection looked like, but based on that support that I had in the supplier, I thought, you know what, let's just get it and let's just run it, and then we'll see how the market responds to it. Because keep in mind, at that time, there was no benchmark, at least not in the barber industry. There was benchmarks in the salons, but not in the barber industry, because a dry texture spray is something that already existed in the salon world. So that was part of it, where you take something else that's in a different channel and you bring it in, you introduce it to your channel, and it's entirely different. And like I love music, and I really appreciate sampling. One of my not pet peeves, but something like I really enjoy is when I find those Easter egg songs that an artist took, and I find how did he get that song? I'm like, wow, how much music did this artist or producer listen to that he listened to this Smokey Robinson song, and then all of a sudden it's like Rick Ross and Kanye West use, and I'm like, wow, like you're just the artistry, like there's something in that. So I really enjoy looking at adjacent categories and seeing if I can find something untapped, unserved, and like bring it into my space and then reintroduce it, package it, and deliver it.
So here you go. Richard ordered 5,000 cans of zero gravity spray. So now how do you go about marketing this? Because you got the chemist, you got the idea, you got this thing created. Now people need to know about it. And now you got 5,000 cans you got to get off. How do you go about marketing that, bringing it into this space, and then how did it take off?
So I spent all my time trying to get a team. That was like one of the first things that I did, because I felt at that time what I felt, again, focus group of one, that you can't just say I'm cool. If you want to be cool, you need to walk the steps, and barbers need to vouch for you. You can't fake cool, right? And I need a barber team. So I immediately started to go get a barber team, and I reached out to a lot of people. I said, can I please send you a care package? Can I send you a care package? Most people left me on red or didn't even open it. Some people said, okay, send me a care package. And very few actually got the product, followed up, and posted a video for me. So those are the people that I quickly assembled the team. I made a little banner, and I started going to every show. Every show that I could get invited to, I went to every show. The first year, we spent $110,000 on shows. That was the last time I did that, because you're trying to be, I'm like, shout out to all these guys, because all these guys have been big supporters of Maintain and myself personally on a personal level. But like, I want Jay Majors to think I'm cool, right? I want to go to Jay's show, right? I want Lee, and I want everybody to like be happy that I'm going to their show. And I want to show my team, who I just built, I want to show my team, hey, you signed up with me, boom, we're traveling, boom, we're going here. We might be sharing rooms, but we're going, and we're gonna go on the road. So I really utilized my barber team. I utilized trade shows to build relationships with distributors to really just put myself out there and do whatever it took. And specifically, because that's easier said than done, what I figured out after so many DMs, you know, you kind of you fail in so many ways that you find the few ways that work. Well, I found barbers that I saw potential in, like they knew how to make content, and they weren't big yet, because a big barber wasn't gonna like sign on. Like I couldn't have afforded or got I couldn't have got Rob the Original at that time, right? Yeah. This was in 2016, so I couldn't have got Rob the Original, but I could get some up and coming guys, or guys that are hungry, guys that are just knocking out content and they got cool style and they got a good following. So I try to associate myself with those people, not just because of their following, but also like they were and still are a bunch of great people that I had a chance to work with. So yeah, that
makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Your logic and your strategy, I really admire. You said a few times during this time there wasn't a lot of competition, or there was a lot of areas unattended to. When was this time? What time frame are we talking about right here? You said I'm a millennial. I was like, wait, we ain't got no specifics, man. Like, when did this start? What year were you going to this chemist? Where you were turned on to product? Like, when did it all start?
2016.
That is recent, man. You talking about 10 years.
Well, man. Thank you for saying that. That feels like a long time ago.
Hey, you are a young hustler.
When you start something, you don't know how hard it's going to be. You think, especially with youth, you think it's going to be easier. You don't realize how hard it's going to be, and you climb these mountains only to find more mountains behind it.
Man.
So that's what it's been like a lot. It's been like that every step of the way. There's just been another mountain and another mountain. And I think the only thing that gets better is you get better. You get a little stronger, and you think, well, I did all those things. Like, I endured that mountain range behind me, so I guess I could probably do another one, and you just keep going.
I like that. I like that attitude. And how did you get the money to start this, man? You talking about 10 years ago, you're a millennial. How'd you get that first dollar to say, all right, I'm gonna go spend on this now?
Yeah, so I have a business partner. I had a business partner. I have a business partner, and he's been instrumental, especially obviously in the beginning, because he believed in me. And so I was working for him, and I had $100,000 student loan debt, and I was working for him. And I said, I asked his permission and his blessing to go look for another job. And I was like, hey, like, I wouldn't know all these people that I'm going to call for a job. I wouldn't know them without you. And I have too much respect to ever just pull up and be like, here's my 2-week notice. Like, no, I'm going to give you 2-year notice with your blessing, right? Because I don't know. That's just how I was raised, and try to do the right thing all the time. I try. And so, he kind of came back to me and was like, well, I really believe in you, and I see a lot of things. So we obviously know how to buy and sell brands. I was a purchasing manager, so I knew I had access to every single barber company, the clipper companies, all the product companies. I had access to all those people. So I would sit in the rooms, and I would, again, kind of circle back what I said earlier in the conversation. I would get to understand, how do you launch a brand? How do you present a line? Because you can't just say, we got these things for sale. You have to be like, let me show you this new product and tell you everything that's great about it. And by the way, it sells for this, but today it's only $10. And wait a minute, you buy 12 pieces, I'm going to give you 6 of these for free. So I learned all that. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So we got started with a $10,000 investment. But by the way, it wasn't $10,000 for the 5,000 cans. Don't think it was $2 each. I had to do terms on that. I had to ask for a payment plan, which they were nice enough to give me the lab. So we negotiated all that. So it was all good. But yeah, that was how it is now. maybe some barbers, they don't have $100,000 student loan debt, because I graduated from University of Laverne here in Southern California. So I had $100,000. A lot of barbers very few barbers, I should say, have $100,000 in student loans. They may have like a Dodge Charger or something, but they don't have a.
You're right too.
Thank you for laughing.
You're right though.
Thanks for laughing.
Yeah, 100% right.
That was a good one.
That was good. I don't have one, but I know some young
But that was
cats
a
that got them, and I'm like, boy, you still live with your
Me
mama.
too. Gas guzzlers.
Because barbering
guzzler.
barbering is the new rap. Barbering is the new rap game.
Hey, let me ask you this. So
Yeah.
you came up with the name Maintain. What was some names you had before that? And then what fixated you on that name?
Good question.
So yes, I created the logo even before the name, because back to having an emotion, when you buy a bottle of cologne, like a jar of cologne, and then you run out of that cologne, but you keep the cologne for no reason. It's empty for years, dust on it.
Yeah.
But you keep it.
Yeah.
There's I know why, but I don't know why. But that space in between knowing and not knowing fascinates me. I love the fact that I feel something and that curiosity. So I knew, okay, I'm not going to outspend. At that time, it was Suavecito or Layrite. Great, successful companies, right? That was, to me, it was like American Crew and Paul Mitchell, and then in the barber space was Suavecito and Layrite. They were killing it. They probably still are, right? So I looked and I'm like, I can't outspend them, but I can't outspend them to make a name. I need to think of a logo. I need something that's going to identify. So I started drafting tigers and like gorillas and then lions, and I'm like, I started to think again, focus group. I went focus group of one, and I thought, if I went and asked every man, what animal is your spirit animal? What animal defines you? I just felt in my heart, in my gut, because sometimes that's all you have is your heart and your gut, right? I felt, well, I think most men would probably, not all, but most would probably say lion. Most men are not going to say like a squirrel or a giraffe or a raccoon or a possum. Like, no, like you're like a lion, like, like you're strong, right? And even if not every man is necessarily an alpha male, when you're in the bathroom and you're getting ready for your day, or the mortgage is due, or you got to do something for your family, dude, we all are leaders. There's a leader in everybody. So I came up with the lion first, and I designed, then I looked at a bunch of lions. We designed it, my graphic designer, we sketched it all out. And so we came up with the lion seal. Then after that, once we had the lion down, then it was, okay, now we need to come up with a name. So it's Lion. I actually wanted to call it, this sounds so silly now, but I wanted to call it Tame Mane. I don't know why that felt like it worked for me. But there was a company. So again, I was thinking 5,000 pieces. I'm thinking big. I'm thinking like global brand. So I'm thinking two things. I need a brand name that's going to resonate and stand the test of time, and something that kind of says what it is in the name, right? Like I love that. I love when brands have their name kind of like in it, right? Or it tells you what it does.
The story, right? The story in the title, yes.
Yes, the story's in the title. And I try to do that with everything, even the products, Zero Gravity. I try to tell the story in the products, because I don't get to do this with every barbershop owner or barber supply. I don't get to have this story. So the product needs to tell a story by itself. So for me, I needed a name that told the story. And so after trying to get Tame Mane, I went to the uspto.gov, which you need to do to file a trademark before anything else.
Yep.
So I immediately went to the trademark. That name was already taken. I didn't know that, but the examining attorney kicked it back and said that name is already taken. So that was when I just flipped it and said Maintain Professional Men's Grooming is actually the trademark that we got. So that was how that name came about. And fun fact, that first year I told you $110,000 on shows, we also got hit with the $25,000 trademark infringement, because the company that owned Tame Mane thought that we were like infringing on their mark. So, I had reached out to them, and I hope it's okay. We'll see. It's been 10 years. I reached out
Give
to
us the
them.
good
Maybe this
stuff,
will go
man.
viral.
Give us the good stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a true story. So I offered them $10,000. Like it was called a coexistence agreement, right? So I was like, let's do 10,000. Just like let's agree. They said no. They're like no. So then I had to get an attorney. We had to fight it. We had to go all the way to the USPTO.gov, examining an attorney. We ended up winning. But what's ironic about that, and I kind of felt bad about that. Like, I don't know, just more of a human being than a businessman. I'm like, they should have took the deal, because when it went to the USPTO.gov all the way to the top, they just ruled in favor of us and said, you guys make a different product. They made some other category. They weren't even in hair care or in barber industry. So they got nothing. They had to pay legal fees. I had to pay $19,000 in legal fees. And no, they should have taken the 10. We all would have saved money.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I just looked them up right now, and y'all like totally different products. Totally different.
Yeah.
Products.
Yeah. And like I feel bad because, someone works hard. They try to make something. They think that you're infringing, but they're not. I never met the guy. He seems like a nice guy. So, hope they're doing well.
But good story though, and thank you for sharing, because your story is gonna help other people. It shows all the, like you said, you get past one mountain and then there's another mountain. You get past one mountain, there's another mountain. So that had to be one of the biggest mountains. You're like, dude, the mountain of even choosing a name first is crazy. All right, now I got the name. I'm with it. And oh damn, somebody got it. Okay, well let's do this instead. Got over that mountain, and then now we're going to court. Like that's wild. When do you has Maintain become profitable yet? And if so, when did it first become profitable?
Yeah, that's funny.
Let me say something.
It's an
Let me say something
because
too. Yeah, I'm a Shark Tank fiend. Okay, so I love business stories, Richard. And some people feel like, oh, that's poking, but when you get into business, you start learning that we're all going through the same stuff, man. And so it's really people will look at you and they'll see the exterior, but that's why these stories are so important, because they get to learn the truth that like it takes years to build a successful business, man. It could look good, but is it breathing good? Is it healthy? So anyway, yeah, man, is it profitable? And then if so, when did it first become profitable?
So it took 3 years to get the money back that we had invested, like to break even. We were breaking even in 2019, pre-COVID, right going up into COVID. We were profitable, but not a lot. We were just not in the red. But then you're looking around and you're thinking, well, what we've done has has worked. How do we make it better? So, at the end of 2019, we repackaged, rebranded, and we decided, let's not be profitable. Let's use that money and everything coming in, and let's put it all into new packaging. We put our products in boxes. We got molds for the jars. We got brand new custom labels that were made. So we did a whole lot of things. So we've constantly done that, where we spend a lot and we're like, oh, that was bad. Let's bring it back down. Let's balance everything. And then we'll get profitable again. But then to grow, you have to put yourself out there, right? You have to go to the show. You have to do certain things. And that was kind of what it was for us. So we've done that maybe like 3 or 4 times in the past 10 years since we started, where we'll output a lot, and then it's like, okay, we need to bring it back, balance out the level. But it's that space, you can't stay stagnant. And that's one of the things, of the many, many, many things that I've learned, is that when you're going to shows and you're push, it's like pushing like a rock up a mountain. And you don't really realize how high you are with this rock. Your arms are tired and you can't sustain it. And you think, okay, I'm just going to take a break and I'm going to come back to this rock. You can't do that. The rock rolls all the way back, and all that goodwill, all the shelf space, all the momentum, it falls all the way back. And sometimes there's things out of your control, like if an ingredient is back ordered, and your product is out of stock for a year. I've had that happen. That's terrible.
Whoa.
Or you don't plan well enough. Sometimes something takes off faster than you think. There was a point where Zero Gravity just really took off, and I had to increase not the price to barbers, but I increased the sale price on Amazon. We're selling it for $17.95. Then I needed to slow it down because I only had like so many units. Then I went to $19.95, $21.95, $24.95. Sales did not slow down. They didn't. I was trying to slow it down. And the reason why I was trying to slow it down is because the actuator, I learned all this stuff. The actuator, this is like a custom actuator that at the time was only made in Germany. I didn't know that because this thing has like 4 parts. There's the can, the actuator, the valve, and the bag that's inside. And it needs to be this size. So if you notice texture sprays, a lot of them are this size.
Yeah.
Because the distance that the product has to travel to come out of this thing like makes all the difference in the world.
Oh wow.
Sorry, I'll go crazy on product development.
Please don't say sorry, man. Teach us. This is good stuff.
And now that we know all about that product, what made you go to the next product, and what was that next product? And then talk about all the other products that you guys have in your stable.
Yeah. So after that, I just kept looking at here's my product development philosophy. This is something that I adopted and kind of put together. But I ask myself 3 questions before I make anything. It has to pass through a series of like 3 questions. I ask myself, do we need it? So as an example, a clay. This is our clay, right? You need a clay. You need a pomade, right? You need a cream. You need a curl cream. I'm working on it. But you need a beard oil. So I would ask myself, do we need it? Is it who we are? And can we be innovative? So do we need a pomade? Yes. Right? Is it who we are? Yes. Can we be innovative? Now, when you ask, can we be innovative? You go, well, maybe in a way, yes, but not really. It's hard because there's already 10,000 pomades that are out there. How can you make it innovative? What could I deliver it differently? Could I package it differently? So that question is what took us to put all the products into boxes, right? We didn't have to do this. This cost me, my business partner's gonna kill me. This cost me $1.11. $1.11, just the box.
Damn.
Because I wanted to put the foil there. I wanted to put, like, you can see that's a raised UV. I wanted to put the texture right there so you could feel this has a little bit of grit. The pomade has a shine so you could see it on a shelf. I wanted it to communicate something on from a shelf or on a counter. I added the insert. I paid extra for this little insert right here just to put a QR code so you could scan it and play the video on how to do it, right?
Dope.
I got the custom meander pattern lid right there with the MT right there with the gold foil there. So I'm not showing off, but I'm more so illustrating the depths that I believe barbers deserve. Now, there's a lot of barbers that they just care about price, and that's okay because there's a market for everybody, right?
Yeah.
But we make products for the people that want a little bit more, the people that charge a little bit more. Barbers are making today more than ever, right? More than ever, barbers are making more than ever. They're charging higher prices. So I believe that the clients, because we don't just think about our customers, which are barbers, we think about our customer's customer. And when you reverse engineer it, that's how we go down the line. We needed to fill out the line. So we needed a clay, we needed a cream, we needed a pomade, we needed an aftershave. And if I couldn't make it innovative, if I couldn't be innovative with the formula, because there's only so many ways you can make certain things, I try to just deliver it differently, package it differently, communicate it differently. We try to educate it differently by not just saying like, here, buy this, it's this price, but let me tell you why this product was created. Let me tell you who this product is for. So we designed every single product with a specific person in mind. If you meet, I used to, when I was in purchasing, I would meet with buyers from TJ Maxx or Marshalls or Target, like some of these companies, and they would refer to their customer as she. It was very interesting. I had never heard that before. And when we would be sitting in meetings and I would be showing them other products before, and they would say, well, we don't know if that's going to work because she walks in with, in her mind, she's going to spend $40. We get her to spend 60. She likes to buy things at a value. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm like, maybe the coffee's not kicking in. Who is she? And
Who
they're
is
like,
she?
oh, that's our customer. We have I thought I missed something in the conversation. And they're like, oh, no, that's our customer. They have a profile of who their customer is, how much she's going to spend, what she probably goes in to buy, but what she's willing to buy. And I thought that was fascinating to have a customer profile. Like, how many brands have a customer profile? Like, that's really profound. So I didn't go to that depth. I'm one person, but I thought, let me at least have a profile for who this is for, what type of hair style and hair type. So that was the question I asked myself across the whole line.
Were you always, first of all, that was, please don't stop yourself, man. Everything that you just said was so impactful. There's people that are going to see this tonight. Some are going to see pieces of it next week. Some next year, they're going to see this, and this is going to be evergreen, helpful stuff. So thank you for diving in so deep. I want to ask you, you seem very hands-on with the marketing. Like, have you always been that? And if so, like, where'd you even get this from? Where'd you learn this from? Everybody doesn't have that market in mind, man. Your packaging is amazing. That was a tour. Like, you took us on a tour of a box, and it was a fun tour. Like, it was really dope.
Thank you.
So, like, where did that come from, man? How'd you build that market in mind?
Sometimes we have things that are just interesting to us. My first job was working at Target, and I guess it was fortuitous, but I was 15 and a half years old, and they put me in the beauty section. And my job was to go straighten all the products and make it front facing. So when my boss would go walk down the aisle, everything is flush, right? It's a very, cool feeling when your aisle is just flush with products. So I would read the back of the bottles or the back of the box, and I would think, why is this here? Like, what is special about this? I always wonder what was special about this. Then something very dangerously impactful happened. One night while working at Target, they put me in a different section. They put me in the chemical section, right? So I'm over there with Tide bleach. I couldn't believe, like, my mind just like opened up. I went home and I told my mom, I said, Mom, you're not going to believe this. Do you know that Tide is owned by a company called Procter & Gamble? And she was like, okay. And I said, no, but you're not understanding. They also own a shampoo company. Like, I didn't know a company could own other companies. Right now, it's like commonplace, but I didn't know that. And I'm like, I don't get it. So, like, why this brand? So as I was growing up, I would just always read the back of a box. I became very interested in story. I used to buy CDs or cassettes even before that, and I would take out the sleeve and I would read, like, oh, like, look at this picture, or look at this thing, right? And I wanted to know, like, why, how, like, this so interesting. As I would get older, I'd be driving down the freeway in Southern California. I would see billboards. There's billboards everywhere, and I would just look at it and think, I could have done that better. Or what's their message? They really dropped the ball on that. Like I would just kind of like reverse engineer and like dissect things. Or I would watch a music video and I would think, man, that music video is very disappointing. That song is great. The music video is like here. So I don't know. I think I was always just very interested in connecting things and understanding, like, why things click, how things grow. One of the most instrumental books that I read, which when I read it, it connected to all this, is called The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell. And I on my Instagram, I have my first pinned post is all the top 10 books that I read during the first 2 years. It might have been the first year, maybe 2 years of building Maintain, because you really have to get in the mindset of a creator. And
you
I
can find
looked
that
at
where?
everything because of
You can find that where?
I just said.
Where are those 10 books at?
On
I'm
my
sorry.
Instagram. My Instagram is My Instagram is richardthomas.lugo, Lugo.
I've been taking
So
notes, man. I just I like that.
yeah, yeah. So I was just I would look at stories and I would look at everything of how to make things better, and um, I again I just always was fascinated with stories, with music, with branding, and telling that story. I always wanted to make something of my own, and that still inspires me today. Because, like I tell people, it isn't necessarily about me. What's really exciting is the community of people that use our products. Because I'm weird and I like hair and I care too much about boxes and branding and stories. But I think maybe there's some other weird people out there too that like they want to align with that, like they care about that.
Yes, T. Before you say, I want you to get this next one, but I do want to share from Instagram. Shout out to Mix Beauty Barber and Beauty Institute. They said thank you so much for sharing, man. Your transparency. I'm telling you, people do appreciate what you put into this. And then Amaro, he said the maintain beard oil got to be the best ever. So it's just we just always want to make sure we share whatever feedback we can with you.
Let
Thank
me
you so
ask you
much.
this:
Appreciate
you
it.
went from 5,000 cans of zero gravity. What is your purchase now? What are you buying in bulk? And then where are you found at globally or in the States?
30,000 is our order now. We do 30,000 cans per order.
Damn, Richard.
Yeah.
Damn.
And it hurts every time. It hurts every time.
I appreciate your. See, that's what I like, man. I like that you don't flex. You just telling your truth. You're like, look, it sound good, but damn it, every time there's a bill every time you do that too, and you're like, it hurts every time, man. But that's the number we're at. That's the demand that you've built. That's beautiful.
And where you at? Are
Yeah.
you global?
We are, well, yes, but unofficially. And the next mountain range in front of me is getting all of our products officially registered. We are in Canada. We're having all of our growth this year is in Canada. Very thankful for our partners in Montreal and Toronto. I'm actually going to Montreal tomorrow to support something we got going good up there. But we have products in Canada and in Mexico, and of course, the US. We have a big pull demand in Europe, thanks to one of our barbers. Her name's Barbara Lisa. She's one of our influencers and barber ambassadors. She lives in Malta. So she's so big that when she does posts, we get a lot of people from Spain and Italy and some of those countries out there in Europe where they're wanting our products. And we've sold it to people, or we send care packages to people. But the problem is, like as great as this is, and everything's great, when you go, and this is the learning that you have to do. One of the mistakes I made is not thinking things all the way through. Because when I bought these boxes, I was big mindset. I bought 40,000 boxes. The problem with 40,000 boxes is that when you go to Montreal, you need to have French on the box. When you go to Europe, it has to be certified and you need all these things. So when I used to look at packaging of certain brands and I'm like, this is so ugly. Why do they have a whole book on the back of their can? That looks trash. And now I'm like, oh, I get it. You're global. That's shout out to those companies, man. So that's the next thing that I'm getting there is registering all of our products and going through all the filing and try to do it in a very smart way without spending too much, because that's a process that if you're not careful, there's people that are agents that want to do things for you, and you have to be careful. And I think that's where I'm at now, is where I get a lot of people that want something from me. And so I had to add an extra filter into understanding, okay, like someone's willing to help me, but at what cost and what's the benefit and all those things. So yeah, we're very, very fortunate to have the demand coming in from all these different places.
Nice. Let me ask you this: since some of your products, a part of your products are made overseas, do the tariffs affect you at all?
All of our products are made in USA.
Okay.
But the only thing that's made
from
overseas,
Germany.
Oh, the actuator. Yeah, like the actual actuator. Yeah. No. When we bought those, there wasn't a tariff on that.
Good.
But what else did we buy? Oh no, and actually like the jars and the lids. But for some reason, it didn't like it went under the radar. Like it didn't get flagged.
Good.
But shipping is a
go
real
ahead.
thing. Even without the tariffs, shipping is expensive.
Yeah.
I bet 30,000, boy, 30,000 shipping.
That's just the zero gravity spray, Lon.
Yeah, that's just one thing.
That's just
hey,
one.
are you a what's the character's name? Is it Tony Stark? Is it Tony Stark? Is he the one, y'all? Iron Man?
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know he's like the wealthy bachelor. He's married to his business, and he doesn't have time for anything else. Maybe every now and then. But are you a
trying to
Tony
save the
Stark or are
world.
you a family man?
No, yeah, I don't have a family. Yeah, I
He's
guess I would be
Tony
closer
Stark.
to that. than
Tony
a family man.
Stark. He's trying to save the world.
I was just gonna. Most of the people we interview, they have families, and I always like to ask, how do you balance that? But even for yourself, do you find that being married to your business like this, do you find that it's important to have what they call it, the work-life balance, or is it just like, look, dude, this is what I'm in, this is my phase, this is my fun. I'm not. My balance is within this business, within this work.
No, yeah, I'm all in. I'm all in because I don't have a big team. I do everything. You were talking about marketing. It's because I have to do it myself. Like everything, like the social media is myself, the packaging, the product development. I have to do all these. I have to wear all these hats. So it takes an extreme amount of discipline to compartmentalize when I'm kind of shifting in between things. And so I kind of find that I'm always like blended. Like I'm never really off the clock because I'm always looking for opportunities when I'm out and when I'm in my office or I'm in the business. There's always something to worry about. And it's kind of like the way I describe it is like being an entrepreneur, at least in this space. I don't know what it's like to be like a tech entrepreneur, but make personal care products. There's so many moving parts. It's kind of like being in a boat and your boat is going towards a mountain and there's a hole in the boat and the boat's on fire. And you got to decide, do I steer away from the mountain? Do I plug the hole? Or do I put out the fire? And you're constantly, and you have to pick one. You have to pick one. So I think there's always a new problem to assess, whether it's plug the hole, turn the ship, then put out the fire. There's always like that balance thing. So I know one day God willing, I will have a family, but for now, I'm just kind of going all in right now. Like as an example, I'm taking advantage of this opportunity that I have right now, and I do look at it as an opportunity. I just did the math, and I was talking to my assistant, and I've been nights on the road. I'm at 59 nights year to date, 59 nights away from home. And so that's, almost two months of the year where I've just been trying to just go, just everything that we get opportunity. I try to go and I try to maximize talking to people, and yeah, we'll see what the future holds, but there's a timing for everything in God's time. But for now, it's all in on maintain and business.
So me and Lon's been learning over the years that it's hard to be everything and everybody. With being shop owners, if you don't have a maintenance man or a plumber, you are the maintenance man, you are the plumber. Lon has been delegating a lot of stuff lately to bring partnerships in to give him back some life, as well as me hiring managers for my shop so I can be away for 7 days and not worry about that. But it's hard to let go and delegate. Is that one of your issues, not being so hands-on that you're afraid to let go of parts of it and trusting somebody else to be able to carry it out for you?
Yes, with that fear, it also comes from those few times when you have relinquished control and things didn't go right. The correct response is to adapt and pivot and learn. And I was kind of scarred by some early bad decisions. Not that the people that I hired were bad. No, they absolutely were not. They were and still are wonderful people. But as a manager and as a leader, some people are only going to go as far as you lead them and the structure that you create. So yes, that is sort of my Achilles heel, being able to let go of certain things. And I do believe there's an art in hiring and sourcing and finding the right people to hand certain parts of your business off to. So while it served me a lot because I can speak so well about products or packaging or marketing or trade shows or like pretty much everything, because I've worked in it and I've dabbled and touched every piece of the business. But I believe that now and probably by next year, I will start to assemble a team and start to hand certain things off because I physically cannot be in two places at the same time, because we get invited to shows and I want to do both and I have to pick one. And it would be so great to send someone there and I go here because I can't do both anymore. Or I had a meeting earlier with my social media team. I have an agency that I work with, and they're helping me with TikTok, specifically for heavily on TikTok. And going live is something like this is like groundbreaking stuff as of today. This is per TikTok. Okay, you guys get exclusive stuff. In order for a brand to be the top performing brands, they want you going live 4 hours a day, 20 pieces of content a day. Ooh. That's the bar. That's the 1%. 4 hours a day, 20 pieces of content a day.
How has that
to
been
me?
For you?
It's been, TikTok is a business within a business. It's not easy. It's not like Instagram. I'll tell you why it's better and worse, right? Because TikTok Live is sort of like the old AOL chat rooms. You just get everybody in this chat room. You just boom, you just get people, and you feel good about it. You're like, oh wow, there's like as soon as you go live, and you're like, hey, what's up? Okay, guys, going live. It's Richard Thomas. Welcome to my live. I don't know what's going on. And then you're looking and you're like 7, 27, 57. And then it like hovers around 70. And you're like, okay, what's up, guys? I'm going to do this thing and this thing. And then someone's like, oh, like someone will be like really nice. Like, yo, I love your beard oil. And I'm like, oh, thanks, bro. Yeah, we made it, this and that. And then someone's like, damn, Unc, what kind of hairstyle is that? I'm like, oh, like what? Like what? Or someone to put like STFU, right? STFU. And I'm like spraying my hair and I'm like, guys, this is the best. And it says STFU.
Shut
up. Bro, I'm mid.
Don't read all the comments.
I'm mid spray.
But he got to because he's trying to interact with them to sell.
Yeah, just don't read them out loud. Don't read those ones out loud. Just skip those. Just read all the good.
Okay. Ooh. Now here's what's funny about that is, oh man, it's so embarrassing because I had my team. It looks like one person, right? When you're on live because it's tight when you're doing a TikTok live. Yeah. But I had 4 people all around me, all girls. I was so embarrassed. Oh. And I had another 15 minutes. I just got started. It was embarrassing, bro. It was so embarrassing. Yeah.
Hey, man, what I like about you though is you're pretty transparent, man. I just like that, man. It's like you in 1 hour or even a little less, it's hard to cram your whole story in this time, man. But the amount of diving in you've allowed us to do, I know my partner we know each other very well. I know that we've taken in a lot of stuff where we're getting ready to be out. When we get you out of here, we're going to be like talking to each other like, hey, bro, I like how, and so we're inspired, man. You share so much. I have something we never done. I just wanted to try it, and I didn't tell my partner about it, but we're about to do it real quick. Sure. You just give so much good feedback. I just thought it would be really cool to try it with you, man. And it's just a rapid fire round of questions. You good?
Love it. Let's do it.
All right, real fast. One word that describes your leadership style.
Thorough.
Best investment you ever made under $500.
Business wise, right? We're talking about business wise.
Whatever you want.
Merch.
One business book every barber should read.
The Innovator's Dilemma.
You're a morning person or a night owl?
Night owl.
Coffee or energy drinks or lemon water?
Coffee. Black.
I'm gonna go get some.
If you could mentor, this is the last one. If you could mentor one barber from history, who would it be?
Ooh, Lon, these are good.
If
We're
I
adding
could
this to the
mentor
show.
one barber from history,
Yeah, who would it be?
wow, I get to mentor this person. Wow. Does it have to be like a well-known barber? Like you want to pick
No,
like a
we're
celebrity
just having
barber?
fun. We're just having fun. I just
I would
just
like
have
to
fun
flip
with
that question next time. If there's
Flip it.
bar-
Flip it.
if
This
you
is
could be
teamwork.
mentored by any barber in history,
Yes.
who would
Yes,
it
I like that.
If I could be mentored by any barber in history, that is, yeah, okay, that's a great question. Jay Majors.
Woo.
That guy, he sees stuff. He sees stuff and he speaks things and it happens, and in a very like he doesn't make you like earn his respect. Like that's a weird way to say that, but you want to earn his respect. Let me put it that way. He has a presence that you want to like earn his respect. You want to, you want him to respect you. And through that, and he doesn't like ask you like, hey, you need to respect me. Like, no, he's not, like, he's so chill. But like the way he carries himself, the way he interacts with people, we see each other from time to time at shows. And, he's the kind of guy when he like daps you up and gives you a hug and says like, hey, good job. And he's like, hey, I really use this. Like, that's really good. It's coming straight from the heart. It's like authentic. He sees things. And yeah, I want to ask him for advice, but he might send me an invoice. So I'm careful.
Oh, you gonna get an invoice, but
yeah.
some good things are worth paying for. So yeah,
Man, thanks for participating in that, man. That was
now
fun.
I'm gonna put a little cherry on top real quick, and then after we get done with this part, I definitely want you to tell us about anything that we didn't cover. Talk more about your brands, the products that we don't know about or people are not familiar with. But before we get to that, what is Richard's hidden talent? What is something that you do that nobody really knows that you can do pretty good?
I can see the best in people that they can't see in themselves. And sometimes I'm lucky enough to be around when their best version of themselves comes out. But I feel like I could see people. I could see things. And I try to inject that into people. And I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm an empathetic person. If you have a headache, I might take an Advil. Like I'm gonna feel it. Like, it's like a yawn. Like I'm like that with everything and everybody. I'm Pisces, I guess. I absorb people's feelings, but I feel like when it comes to leadership or branding or anything like that, like I feel like I can see people, and people are the nexus of this industry. People are what make it great. That's what makes it special. So I think, to me, that is something that probably people don't realize.
Gotcha. All right.
We got an
tell
audience
us.
audience
go
question.
ahead.
Will you
Yep.
be at NorCal from Babe East? NorCal Barber Beauty Expo.
No, I will be in Las Vegas that weekend, so I will not be attending. I'll be back up there for Golden State in 2027.
I tell
Great
you
But
what.
next
question.
year,
Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
I was just
next
telling
year?
her, great question. Go ahead.
Next year, you was gonna say next year.
Oh,
You'll be there?
next year I'll be at Golden State, but also next year, if we get invited to NorCal, I've heard nothing but great things. I haven't been to the show yet. I think they might have invited me a couple times, and I think it wasn't the right timing. But from everyone that I see and know, and I had a good chance, I had a good opportunity at Golden State to meet a lot of people up there. And if we get our distribution going, it would be great to partner with someone up there. So yeah, that could definitely happen next year.
Let me just throw this out there. United Barbers Club is in the building. We're gonna have some giveaways to be given away. If there's anything you want to donate, so we can get your brand there and be able to help promote you, cross promote you, we're here for that. Just throwing that out there. Please tell us more about your products and things that you wasn't able to cover.
Yeah. So overview. Thank you. By the way, you guys are doing a great job. You guys do a great job making someone feel comfortable right at home. So thank you so much. You guys are professionals. You guys are professionals. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I think at a high level, if someone were to have questions about or curiosity, why maintain? Because we get that a lot, like why maintain? I would just say that all of our products are solution based. We spend when I'm at the intersection of saving money or getting it custom or making it nice or making it feel better or smell better. I always go with the better option because in my mind, I'm making products for a specific person. Back to like what I was saying about the buyers from, Target or TJ Maxx or Burlington, right? I feel like I have a profile. Like I think that maintain, this is going to sound really silly, right? But I think maintain customers are smarter than the average person. Like I think that if a barber uses maintain, he or she probably has really good taste. Their car is probably clean and it probably smells good. I believe that if someone, I believe that if you're walking into a store and someone holds the door open for you, that's a maintain customer. If you go to the grocery store, and you see a dude or a girl return the shopping cart to the stall, that's a maintain customer. And I'm looking for those types of people to associate with. They don't have to buy my products, but I want to be around those people. I want to support those people. Those are the type of people that we make our products for. That's who we identify with. And it's not to make money, because if it was just to make money, I would not put this thing in a box and I would not do a bunch of things that I do. But it's really to create the community. So we really care about the community and we do it through our products. I mean, our products are just a vehicle, and I don't know what my personal future holds, but what I do know is God put me here for a variety of reasons. And I believe that maintain is a vehicle to get to a bigger place, to connect with people, maybe to inspire people. We don't always know what our mission is. We just know that it's our job to utilize the tools that we've been given and to have an open mind and an open heart to God. And so God is in everything that we do, that I do, and I try my best to be the best version of myself. And I hope that is communicated through our products. So that's at a high level. Yeah.
Thank you for that. And I feel with this interview that people are going to see the face behind maintain and everything that you're representing for your brand. They're going to be more in tune with it now, rather than just seeing the logo and seeing the name and the products. Now we get to see the myth behind it, and you standing 10 toes down on this product and this brand. It feels good. So I think that's going to be well expressed in this interview.
Very, very well said, and I second that. My last thing, I just always like to make sure I get the people that pop in and out of IG, and I feel you deserve to hear. All the way from Vegas, Mr. Little says the shave gel is absolutely fire. And then David Fang, he says, I need to try your products. Love to offer your products in my barbershop. I definitely need that zero gravity. I will hit you in the DM. Salute the barber page.
Nice.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated. I appreciate everyone. I don't have another device, so I can't see everybody on there. But thank you to the community that you've created. And I'm very appreciative of anybody that tapped in and tuned in to hear our conversation. I think the industry needs more of this. And definitely, you got a new subscriber in this, and I'm definitely gonna continue to tap in, on Tuesdays at 7.
Yeah, and I have one favor to ask. Don't just support us. Like if there's like think of us more like partners in building a barber brotherhood. Like Tamel said, if there's a way you see we're going to be somewhere, well, maybe I can, partner with those guys to get some, I don't know, just get some exposure there, even though I may not physically be there. Like you mentioned earlier, you can't be everywhere. But just any way you can see, man, I like those guys. I like how we interact. Maybe there's something we can build together. So just keep us in mind in general, man, because we like what you do. And it all started from your approach at Golden State, man. That said a lot. You said I'm very empathetic. You were feeling us on stage right there. You were like, I got to get up to them. And you made your way. You made your way. And so that always stood out to me, man, for real.
Absolutely. Well, I look up to you guys. You guys could do something that I don't do, that I can't do. The way that you deliver your message, the way you communicate, I think it's something to be celebrated, and like it's an honor to just be joining you guys. And thank you so much for saying that. And if there's ever opportunities that you think like, hey, Main Tape should be here, please, I'm always a phone call away, and I would love to partner with you guys on anything.
Awesome.
This was fun. This was fun.
Well,
this was fun, man.
We're gonna definitely have you back, especially when you create some more products. We're gonna bring you back, bro. Happy for you, proud of you. Good to get to know you a little bit better. And now we are barber brothers. We're industry brothers. You have our contacts. We have yours. So let's stay in touch. Other than that, everybody that's watching, appreciate you guys taking the time out to check us out. And we are doing this every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Please.
For the culture, for the culture, for the culture, 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 culture.